All right, namaste again, and all right, let's do it again. I guess there was some glitch earlier. I hope that it's streaming to both. We're actually in several platforms at the same time, so we can reach as many souls as possible. Let me just make sure this. All right. So again, the Chinese proverb we're working with today: the more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in battle. And I was reflecting on that. Oftentimes people get fixated. Well, what battle are you talking about? You watch movies, you have the battle between good and evil. Again, if you want to have a good superhero movie, you got to have a bad villain. You don't have a bad villain, you don't have a movie, right? So within us, though, ordinary people say, yeah, you know, I'm a good person, but I'm a bad person, and so on and so on. What's going on? What is causing it? And a lot of it has to do with, sorry. Okay, the ones who are watching on Facebook, apparently Facebook is glitching. So can you go to mastercode.org instead? Because this is an important lesson today. Okay, mastercode.org, and go to live stream, and right there is Anchor the Light. And YouTube isn't working. I think it's not going out for whatever reason. I apologize, you guys. We want to make sure this works. Yeah, I think the streaming service is not working. So, I don't know why. Okay. All right. Well, the ones that are in Ustream, YouTube, you guys are doing good. Okay, I think that should fix it. So you get to see everything in action, right? Yeah, Instagram, you're watching this whole drama going on. Well, the good thing is everything has a solution. Everything can be fixed. All right, let's do this again. Yeah. For the ones who are on Instagram, thank you for your patience. I'm not going to stop this, and we're just going to keep going. And let's see if this fixes it. If it doesn't get fixed, we keep going, regardless. All right, here we go. One more time. All right. Okay, here we go. Anyway, it is what it is. We have to continue with the lesson. All right, so let me tell the story again. It's quite simple. The more you sweat in practice, as in the more you really get into it in your meditation, your spiritual practice, and all those different practices you do, the less you bleed in battle. So this battle we're talking about is literally the battle between the control of the higher soul or the control over the body, the emotions, and the thoughts. You see, to make it really, really understandable, just imagine you have spiritual energy coming down. Okay, that energy coming down is not just a light coming down. That light has intelligence. So as that light comes down, okay, as the light is coming down, that energy is penetrating to your body, your emotions, and your thoughts. So as that energy goes in, it's trying to control, listen to this carefully, your chakras. Your energy centers all have consciousness, or to be more specific, consciousnesses. So the basic chakras connected to finances and productivity. The sex chakra is lower creativity, like creating babies, as well as higher creativity, right? Your sex center is connected to your throat, which is creativity in art and music. Your navel is physical power. Solar plexus is love for myself. Heart is love for other people. Throat is knowledge, willpower, and so on, so on, so on. And spirituality, of course. So look at it this way. That battle is between the innate tendencies of the energy centers compared to the higher self regulating all these chakras. So if you, just to oversimplify this, let's say your basic chakra is in charge of helping the organism survive. How? Well, the means of exchange right now in society is some form of currency or money. So the basic chakra will say, hey, we gotta make money. You gotta feed yourself, feed your family. Okay. Well, what's stopping you from going out and killing and stealing just to survive? Same thing with the sex chakra, solar plexus, and all your chakras. Make sense? All of them have their own programming. It's just like having a corporation, each of their own departments, and their job is to do what? To do that well in order to help the whole corporation to survive. So just imagine your entire physical, emotional, mental experience. It's like a company that's trying to move forward. Make sense? So the CEO has to have a directive given to everyone. Says, okay, you go out and make money, but you don't cheat anybody. Make sense? You do your PR work. Make sure the company is well known, but you don't lie. You don't cheat. You don't tell people things that are not true. So that's the directive. So look at it this way. The directive of the higher soul, the spiritual self, comes down to that light and regulates these chakras. So what you call a criminal compared to a saint, or what you call a savage compared to a saint, is literally the influence or the lack of influence of the higher soul or the spiritual self. Make sense? Now, you see, we read Proverbs very differently than ordinary people. For people like, oh yeah, the more you work out, so when you're in the fight, you do better. That's on the material world. We see it on a different dimension. The more you sweat in practice, it's a metaphor. The more you do your meditation, the more you do your spiritual practice, trying to be a better person, that higher soul's influence has a better control over the chakras. And when the battle comes up, where there's a temptation in front of you, there's money there, nobody's going to notice it when I steal it, that internal battle, you bleed less. What do you mean by bleeding less? Bleeding less means, although the temptation is there, you might get tempted for like 10 seconds. Yeah, maybe I'll take that money, but I'm a good person. I'm honest, I don't do that. Boom, you win. So that little bleeding is that sense of uncomfortable feeling that you have, like you're being tempted to do this and that. But if in your spiritual practice, right, you sweat, as in, you do your meditation even when you don't feel like it, even though you just want to be a lazy ass and not do your practice and just go party all day long. You say, no. I'm going to sweat it out. I'm going to do my practice. The more you do that, anytime there's a battle where you have to fight the lower nature, fight to do the right thing, you bleed less. In other words, it's less of a discomfort, right? Of course, when you're bleeding, it's not comfortable. So that part of bleeding is less of a discomfort for you because, again, use that simple example. There's money laying around, a gold watch or something very valuable. Nobody's going to notice. And if you steal it, nobody will ever notice, for example. I'll never know. But you see, within you, that there's that battle going on. Should I, yeah, right? So that causes that uncomfortable feeling. That's the bleeding. But if you're doing your practice on a regular basis, doing meditation, spiritual practice, when that same thing happens, a lot of times it won't even cross your mind. Well, it's not mine. So that's that. There's no pain because you practice so much that your meditation, I'm not the body, I'm not the emotion, not the thoughts. I'm the spiritual self. I practice the virtues, loving kindness, non-injury, generosity, non-stealing. So the virtues is being implanted into your chakras and your aura. So when that temptation comes up, you look at it like, okay, there's lots of money there, there's a gold this and gold that, whatever. Okay, whatever. Because your chakras have already been trained in practice. Clear? So I'm sharing this with you because a lot of you are saying, hey, why do you do these meditations on a regular basis, 6 times a week? I don't charge you guys for anything, but hopefully, as you get on this routine, what are you doing? You're sweating in your practice. So when real life situation comes up, that the battle is there, should I, shouldn't I, should I cheat this person, should I not cheat that person, should I steal? No. Should I take it? Not take it? Should I take that person's credit, even though he's the one who did all the work in the company? But I need to get promoted. Maybe I'll just say I did it. He didn't do it. After all, nobody would never know. You see what I'm saying? But you can justify all you want in your head, but part of you says, that's not right. So that's the bleeding part. But if during meditation, spiritual practice, you have constantly just really pounding those chakras with those virtues, guess what happens? When that situation comes up, your boss is handing out promotions and evaluating, and you didn't do as much as the other guy, you won't even tempted to say, well, I'm kind of part of that too. I showed up in the meeting even though I didn't do anything. You won't say no. Even if other people say, hey, you should be part of it. No. He did all the work. I supported him, but he did all the work. He gave all the credit. You give him all the credit. And you feel comfortable with that. You know why? Because in practice, you've sweated out. Make sense? So when we do these anchor light meditations, I want to just put this out there. I know some of you have said, yeah, it's too much talk, I want to meditate. You have to realize when you meditate and you study, when the two are together, here's what happens. As your mental faculty, emotional faculty, learns these through the lecture and internalizes it, when the divine energy comes down, that divine energy with knowledge, with data from the higher soul, will mix with this information. And then what does it do? It programs the chakras. Translation: easier to be a good person. But hey, some people like drama, they like pain, they like to go through the pain, suffer, and then they learn. Well, you know what I say to those people? I'm not your teacher. Wrong guy. Because the way I was taught by my teacher is very, very simple. It says, life is governed by certain laws, physical laws and inner laws. And if you follow the inner laws, that changes your character. It allows the higher soul to control your life. So you suffer less. And you contribute more. But some people, they like drama. So what do I say to them? Knock yourself out. Go find another teacher. Not my style. I want to be happy. I want to have good things in my life. That way I can just live a comfortable life for myself, for my family. And I don't have to think about it anymore. That's taken care of. So I can really focus my attention on things that last. Your soul's development. Contribution to humanity. Make sense? That's why I was talking to Tony Robbins. Of course, a lot of you on UPW. Good job. And I just told him, hey Tony, it just reminds me of a Chinese proverb, which we just talked about a few days ago. One generation plants the trees, the next one enjoys the shade. If it's too sunny, you have the shade. And we were just talking about it, and yeah, it's the life of the person who wants to contribute. You might not think you're getting anything out of it now, but it doesn't matter. We're planting the trees so that the people in the future will enjoy the shade. Whatever we do in our spiritual practice, it's helping us, but in the big picture, we're helping people around us. Okay? Just keep that in mind. So, that's it. I hope you learned something from it. It's short, except for the little false starts we have with technology. I look at it this way. The people who left because it didn't work out, the technology didn't work for them, their internet didn't work out, or the stream didn't go through. I look at it this way. Maybe either they don't need to hear it, or they're not ready to hear it. What do I think? Whatever. It is what it is. They left. The ones who stayed, we stayed. That's it. No drama. Very simple. Okay? So let's do our meditation spiritual practice. We'll do the I am affirmation, which is taught by my teacher. The I am affirmation is very, very powerful. Someone might say, yeah, I read books on I am this and I am that. That's good. Like I always say, you read it, you studied it, Do you practice it? If you haven't, good luck. You're walking encyclopedia. Right? We always believe in what? Assimilation of that teachings, and that teachings work in our life. That's what I call pragmatic spirituality. Spiritual teachings are great. If you cannot apply it, it's useless. Because anybody can read a book, anybody can read holy books, you can write 1,000 holy books, but it's not being applied by yourself or others. Nice book on the shelf. Right? Now, here's the beautiful thing about this. As we do our meditation and spiritual practice, after a lecture, guess what happens? There is an understanding. As the energy comes in, you have the inner peace, the stillness, the connection with your spiritual self. As you come out of your meditation, that's already been programmed into your system. So as you go into your life, you're now empowered. You have clarity, which is the state you want to be in to be able to contribute and help others. Because if you're still a mess, it's kind of hard to help someone if you're a mess. Of course, some people say, yeah, but if I'm not suffering, I would not be help people who are suffering. Okay, wrong group. You can leave now. The way I've always been taught, you don't have to suffer with someone in order to help them. Write it down. You don't have to suffer with them. You just have to understand what they're going through, and the most important part is have the solutions for them in order to pull them out of the mud. Clear? I don't want students who are, oh yeah, I suffer so I can help people. Leave now. Not my style. It's easier to help someone. Let's say you've gone through it, you learned the lessons, and you're not suffering because now you have clarity. What else? You're not weighed down by your own crap. Make sense? That's that. And you do that by how? Consistent spiritual practice. The more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in battle. The battle of what battle? Between your higher self and your lower self. And your lower self is just basically a it's a combination of all the consciousnesses of your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, right? Your chakras, and your other parts of your energy field. Clear? That's that. Anyway, too much talk. Let's meditate. So, let's ask for blessings first. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints of all traditions, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, we pray to whoever you like. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokok Sui Mahagu Jimailing, we thank you for divine light, love, guidance, help, healing, and protection. Thank you in full faith, and so it is. Right? Put your hands like this. Be aware of your crown. I am that I am. I'm not the body. I'm not the emotions. I'm not the thoughts. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. That is the real I, the spiritual self, the soul. And just be still. I, the soul, am a spiritual being of divine power to regulate the movements of my body. I am a spiritual being of divine love to regulate the emotions I create. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence to regulate the thoughts that I create. I am that. The mover of the body, the feeler of the feelings, the thinker of the thoughts. I am that. Be still. Just be still. I am connected in one to my higher self, my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spark within me. I am a child of God, meaning we're all still growing and evolving. I am one with God. I am one with all. That is my true essence. There's only oneness. I am that. Just be still and listen. You're not the body, you're not the emotion, you're not the thoughts, you are the soul, the spiritual self that inhabits the body, the emotions, and thoughts. So therefore, you control the body, you create the emotions, and you create the thoughts. That is the real you. Be still. Remember who you are and your true essence. You are connected in one to your higher soul. You're connected in one to the divine spark within you. That divine spark is part of a universal flame called God. You're one with God, you're one with all. There's only oneness. Just be still. Just allow your consciousness to rise above your head, beyond the body, emotions, and thoughts, to a much higher frequency. Just let it happen on its own and listen. Maintain your stillness and awareness way above your head. Just let it float like a cloud. And stay there. Your consciousness is pure energy. Just let it move on its own. That's the meaning of letting go. Just let the energy flow where it wants to. Just let things be and let things happen. Be still. Maintain your stillness. Maintain your awareness. Just be still. We'll take you to a higher frequency. Just be receptive. Just let things happen. Let go. Gently, very slowly, very gently and slowly move your fingers, move your toes. Very gently and slowly settle back into your physical body right now. Take your time. Move your fingers, move your toes. Alright, raise your hands again. We'll release the excess energy and simultaneously bless our families, our loved ones, and whoever needs energy, yes? So start out by visualizing the earth with all the people you love in it, filled with golden light. May every person, every being be blessed with good health, with happiness, with prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. Continue flooding every person you know with lots of love, lots of unconditional love, lots of golden light. Let that golden light spread through the city, the state, the country. Let that golden light spread throughout the entire earth. Keep going. If you know countries that need blessings, a lot of you have been bringing up Afghanistan, Iran, Colombia, Venezuela, of course the United States, Africa. So many places in the world we can't even name them. There's 100 some countries. Everybody has a need, right? So just fill the earth with golden light. May God's blessings of love, peace, healing, guidance, help, and divine order be to all these places. So be it. Just aim that golden light. May it alleviate the suffering of all beings. So be it. To let more energy flow through us, this energy of mercy and compassion, we'll just chant Om Mani Padme Hum 7 times. Om Mani Padme Hum. Blessings be to all. 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 Now lower your hands on your lap. As you give, so shall you receive. Just keep your tongue on your palate. Just listen to the mantra and be super receptive to the blessings that come through. They're coming from above, not from me. Om Mani Padme Hum. Be still and receive all of it. Let go. Gently, slowly come back to your body and repeat after me. I completely, deeply, permanently, and gratefully accept, absorb, fully assimilate all the divine healing energy and the divine blessings on all levels. So be it, and so it is. Now just be still. Let that beautiful light, oftentimes you see golden light, let it permeate to every cell in your body, every particle of your energy body, every wave, every field of your consciousness. Now, be still. Say thank you to the Divine Supreme God. Thank you to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokoksui Sui Mahaguji Meli. Thank you all for your immense blessings. In full faith. And so it is. Alright, so welcome back to the physical world. So we will see you in the next session, the Friday session at 6 hours from now. It's usually 7 hours in between, but we started half an hour late, so it will be 9 p.m. East Coast time, 6 p.m. California time. You go figure out the rest. Anyway, I hope you had a good meditation. It was short. Was experimenting on you guys, slapping on some booster rockets and see how far we can take you. And I think a lot of you didn't want to come back, and I'd love to hear what your experiences are. I'm trying to figure out where you guys are at to see how high we can go. If it's too much for you, then we'll settle for a lower altitude. If you can handle it, we'll take you even higher, more than you've ever been. Because we're using the group energy, being together. As we connect more, we access more energy, higher frequency, then it allows us to be bigger channels to serve the world. That's what it's for. It's not just we got nothing else to do. All right. Thank you very much for allowing me to serve you, and I'm going to thank my good friend who allowed me to use their place, because the hotel doesn't have good internet, so it works out. Namaste, everyone. God bless, and we will see you 6 hours and something minutes from now. Okay, take good care. Bye. Thank you for leaving your comments, by the way. Love to hear from you.